No birds at all today. They all flew away. It's cool. Barrel never has anything in it, right? Let it rain. What's up, viewers? How's your day going? Do 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 do. We have transport coming in, I reckon. No, it's polite to say hello. It is polite, right? Most time, it's polite. Unless you're some of that crew. Are you some of that crew? Is that what that is? Maybe you jump in and you just don't say nothing because now you don't know what to say. That could be a thing too. Cannot be performed during combat because there's a little thing here in the grass. Right? There's a little critter. It's kind of like one of them guys, right? That jumps into your chat just to stir stuff up because they want to disrupt your community, which is unfortunate. Sometimes it's hard to get rid of those because they're very toxic people. One, they probably have like issues going on at home, and that's why they are that way, which is unfortunate. Even if you try and help those people, most of the times they don't want help. They just want the attention, right? These attention seekers that require your undying attention all the time. It happens, right? Traveler, fancy meeting you here. I'm sure you are very busy as always. I just need a moment of your time. Could you give this to Dr. Livingston for me? Sure we can. We got it. We'll take care of this, right? So what do you think on that subject? Any comments? Any things? Did you just start streaming? Did you not start streaming? Or did you just make another account? Because I know a big thing about that is people will make multiple accounts, right? To troll you continually. If you pay attention enough, you can tell very easily who these people are that are trolling you. They're so easy to track, right? They're so easy to track because they're very simple-minded individuals. It happens. It's not very difficult with their weirdly thought up names and anything vulgar, right? Anything that goes against what you yourself as a streamer is trying to do, they'll do this, right? Just because they find it funny or amusing or something in their small little brain, they think it's freaking funny, right? It's funny. How do we combat this? What do we do now? What do we do now? Our boat's sinking. I don't know. Release the fire-breathing chickens, right? maybe we should call in so and so and see if he can shut this guy down. You could for a little bit, maybe. They can do a damn thing, right? They can do a thing. They don't say anything. They really don't. You know why? Because they are part of those scammers. I think they are. Right? Is that the truth? Maybe you are. Because usually, that crew of two jumps in, right? That crew of two jumps in. Like clockwork. They get a kick out of it. It's fine. Whatever. Small little brain. Well, your time is running out. Time's running out, boy. You best get to getting it, because you're going to be going soon. Right? So then, the only way for you to be part of this community is to be a good part of the community. You can't be toxic anymore. Now what are you going to do? It's probably going to make it boring for you, right? When you have those people that they live to be miserable, right? And misery loves company. These people just like to upset other people. They get off on making other people miserable. That is a terrible, terrible thing. I can't believe it. I can't believe this actually happens. Like, it's actually a lot harder to be nice all the time, right? Takes a little bit more brain power. It is harder to smile. It takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown. Of course. Not when you have like clowns like this doing dumb stuff. Then it's really easy to smile. Right? It's super easy. So, chances are, just waiting. Stick your nose out there once. Go ahead and try and jump in my stuff or do your freaking crap you do, right? Try and mess with my content. Think no one's looking at you. Maybe they are. Maybe they are by now. I'm sure they are. 100% sure. Right? 100% sure. Because don't think that adding 100, 130 something people in one run doesn't draw attention. What do you think? You think it draws attention? I think it does. Right? You can try and hide your name in amongst those people, right? But things are, systems track, and they track very well. That's why if you have multiple systems doing the tracking, you can always find where the weakness is. Or a person, should I say. The person that's doing their weird stuff, right? And maybe, because I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this person has an undying hatred for another country, let's say, right? So he says he's from this other country. In reality, he's not, right? Because he wants to point the finger. Because he's a coward. What do you think about that, buddy? What do you think about that? Is that a thing? See, this guy still won't answer me. That's how spineless he is. And if he does answer me, he won't come in his real name. He types in some stupid, quirky name to try and get his point across, right? Like types it in as a screen name, right? Because it's so It's so sneaky. You're very sneaky, sir. You're so sneaky. Right? You are so intellectually advanced. Oh, you, sir, have outsmarted me, for I am but a simple man. Right? I am but a simple man. I am a simple man. Don't mess with a simple man, especially if you think you're a complex person. 1. You must have some high regard for yourself, thinking you're all high and mighty. Right? You're not. No one is better than anyone else. Except for this guy. This guy and his crew. They're not better than anyone else. They're definitely worse than everyone else. They're worse off. We really ought to start like a fund just to help locate and find these individuals, right? Definitely get like a thing going where we can maybe get them to medical attention, right? We may have to be forceful with it. It's a good possibility. We may have to send like authorities out there to knock on their doors and be like, hey, you're really not supposed to be hacking other people, so why don't you come with us? We'll get you on some medication to take care of your psychosis that you have, that type of thing. And definitely get you the medical treatment. Now we're going to have to put you behind bars a little bit, just so you don't injure yourself, right? That'd be cool. I'd like to set up a fund like that. I wonder what we should call it, right? Homes for Hackers. There we go. We'll call it Homes for Hackers. That sounds freaking ingenious. I like it. I like it. It's kind of catchy, right? Homes for Hackers. And we'll, yeah. I like it. What do you think? Think it's freaking smart. Kind of catchy. Homes for Hackers. And we'll spend our time finding these people, get them in the correct facilities to deal with their issues that they have, right? Maybe they just need to not be on the internet anymore or something like that. Maybe that would be the fix, right? I think so. I think definitely. Homes for Hackers, yes. I love it. Man, it just came off the top of my head. I'm pretty happy with it. Love it. Sometimes I even amaze myself. It was effortless, right? So that's what I think we're going to end up doing, right? I'm pretty sure we could probably get even some governmental assistance to make this a thing, right? I'm sure they wouldn't mind helping at all. And then before you know it, you might have thousands of new accommodations for these individuals, right? Because currently right now I think that's a huge thing. It'd be great to have a place for these people to go, right? Obviously we'd provide a warm bed, you know, and food and sustenance for these people. Probably no internet whatsoever, right? Unfortunately, we wouldn't provide that at all. Maybe just books, right? Maybe we'd have to set up a small library for these guys. I mean, we gotta allow them to educate themselves, right, in like proper etiquette and humanity and how to treat people. I like it. Sounds very interesting. I'm interested. Maybe other people will be interested too. Homes for hackers. Ah, I can see the like promotional banners for that too, right? Come on in, man. It'll be nice and chilly though. Like a nice concrete floor, concrete walls, freshly painted, right? Milk in little cartons for you to drink out of. Um, probably shouldn't give you any like utensils or anything, right? We don't want you to like get shanked or shank anybody else. But I think things like that would be really, really useful. Maybe I should do that. Gotta think about that, how I want to set that up. May take some time, right? You gotta hire the right people. What's up, viewer? Did you leave and come back, or you somebody new? Welcome. We're just talking about a little fundraiser thing I got thinking about doing. What do you think? Having any issues of your own? Maybe. Maybe it's always same thing. I find it odd most of the time that people won't actually talk. Like this is a talking thing, right? Like you can talk. You're not going to interrupt me. In fact, not finally, but most of the time, I don't even have to look at the game to play it, right? I do just fine. Not even looking at it at all. I can look over here because I don't have to watch it. Now the hits aren't going to be worth as much, right? But it's pretty close. Close enough, right? Huh? It probably was the same person, right? Same person. Jumped in, got scared, ran away. Oh man, I'm gonna have fun with this. Like, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's gonna be a great hit. In a lot of different communities, right? Not just mine. Like, a lot of communities are really gonna love this. I think it's gonna get a lot of fundage, and I think we're gonna make a difference, right? Homes for hackers. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Right? That way, we can, like, fully purge all the scum that thinks they can get on the internet and do whatever they want and do the crooked shit they do. And it'll be great, right? I think it's a win-win. Right? Definitely provide, like, some funding for children to, in a controlled environment, learn how to combat issues like this, right? Because I think a lot of kids would probably enjoy it. It's kind of like going hunting, right? Tracking down these freaking hackers. They probably would enjoy it just as much as they enjoy playing computer games. Like, who wouldn't want to catch the bad guy, right? Who wouldn't want to catch the bad guy? That sounds awesome. I think it's going to do great. I think it's going to be awesome. Definitely. It'll definitely change lives. Own it. Whew. Imagine that. Imagine being like some 30, maybe even 50-year-old freaking hacker, right? And this little freaking 15-year-old busts you and locks you in prison. Oh my gosh, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? Or would it be funny as heck? I think it would be absolutely hilarious, right? I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Of course, we'll have to kind of keep some of that secret, you know. Who knows? Depending on probably the person he busts, he might be set for life. He might financially save a lot of people from heartache, and I'm sure if like certain businesses were having issues with these hackers, right, dipping into funds or something like that, like that could be a thing, right? Where they might even consider, donating money themselves. Hmm. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Hmm. Definitely got to be a little picky, right? In my selections. It's going to take a long time to put together a good crew. See, that's more like personal visits, right? I don't think anybody's allowed on the crew that I don't physically talk to. Because I have to be able to read their face, right? I have to be able to read their face because I'll instantly be able to tell if they're lying or not, right? I'll instantly be able to feel that vibe that they give off and know whose side they're on. So it's not like they can backdoor it, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And obviously checks and balances, right? I'm gonna have part of the crew check in the same crew. Oh man, I got it all. It's right here, right? It's seamless. Homes for hackers. Prison, but homes. I mean, it's housing, right? It's housing. But it technically, I guess I'm being misleading. And it is prison. Really, it's not a home, but it is a home. And you will have food, right? So it's still a home, right? It might even help, right? Might get you off of those drugs or whatever you're doing, right? It's ruining your life, probably making you somewhat psychotic the way you are. I think it'll definitely help. So you might even get clean. Might even be able to reform you slightly. I don't think. I don't think you'll be trusted ever again, right? At least not in my community. You wouldn't. Not at all. I would never allow you to become part of the community because you would have a background check, right? And if it shows that you were popped for homes for hackers or anything involved in that, right? Guess it's just not going to be a thing. So, if anybody watches this and they think it's a good idea, send me like a DM or something or whatever. I definitely think that'd be cool, right? Get something like that started. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I think it'd definitely make a hell of a dent right now, right? Potentially help a lot of streamers like that are trying to start out, and really they're just maybe they're not legitimately, what do they call them? Like the required workers or necessity workers or whatever the heck the thing is, whatever that term is for people that are actually needed right now, right? And I think it'd be pretty good. Internet security definitely is a concern, I think, for everyone, right? And I think that'd be cool to be able to help in that way. It's definitely a concern of mine. Not by choice, but I think it might end up being one of my life goals from here on out, right? I know it's directly affected me in the past, exponentially, and that's probably the driving reason why I want to do it, right? Like, I'm gonna shut them down. I'm gonna shut them down. Like, every little freaking piece of it. I'm gonna make it so difficult. And probably go into a standpoint of making sure that if you get popped for things like this, right? You literally don't get out of prison. That's what I think, right? If you're not part of that crew that finds these people and you are a hacker yourself, like, I might even go to, I guess I'll have to go talk to like judges and stuff like that and see if there's a way that we can like get that bumped up, right? Make it like not just a few years, right? Like maybe 20 plus, something like that, right? Especially depending on what you've done or what you've been involved with. God forbid you only did one little tiny thing. You could have been hooked up with a crew that was doing bigger things, right? That comes into play. Unfortunately, you're going to get dinged with it, right? Because you're part of that crew. So, well, you'll still have friends, right? Maybe you guys will be locked in the same facility. That's cool. I like that idea. Then you'll have friends. I mean, everybody needs friends, right? Oh, it looks so good, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That sounds like the best plan ever. Ah, I think a lot of other countries like are definitely going to jump on the bandwagon too. Like with, as I'm sure they have issues with it, like national security and freaking just locking everything out because everyone's pretty much technology based now. So heightening stuff like that and internet security in itself could be very, very promising, right? Very, very promising. So I'll probably have to do a little research and understand things a little bit. It's not even something I really wanted to get into, but I can just dabble it in it a little bit, understand it. I'm pretty good at understanding fairly complex things, just not simple things for some reason. Simple things don't, they go right by me. But if it's super complex, I'm really good at doing that, right? Really good at finding that. So all these little wormholes and little things that people use, definitely. What's up, viewer? How's your day going? You having a great day? Huh? Thanks for stopping by. We're just having a conversation with my other viewer about possibly starting a fund for like homes for hackers, right? People like to hack people. Basically it's just a glorified program to get them locked up and put in prison. That's it. What do you think about that? Think that would be cool? I think it'd be pretty wild, right? They'll be fed, clothed, have plenty of books to read. Like, and be a little chilly. I mean, concrete walls and concrete floor aren't very warm and inviting, but at least we know they'll be in a good place, somewhere that can take care of them, right? I think that's cool. Could be a thing. It'll definitely clean up like communities like Twitch, YouTube. Will all benefit from things like this, right? Maybe there's already one going on that I don't know about that I could essentially join myself. I'd probably want to comb through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure it's a legit thing, because I'm not so sure that it would hold up to my own standard of the way I want to have it run, right? But man, I think it'd do some great things. I think a lot of people would get on board, right? And potentially it could provide a lot of jobs for people, right? I wonder how long it would take to ramp something up like that, right? Sounds cool. I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. So what do you think, viewer? Any input to that? Homes for Hackers is what I'm going to call it. Basically, it's just going to be a task force funded by people that want to see a change in internet security. Yeah, I think that'd be great, right? Eventually, depending on how big we get it, right? It'll definitely have some swing. Probably potentially maybe some governmental swing to make sure that sentencing is just. But definitely no little smack on the wrist things. Definitely want to, that's like legal matters, right? I don't care if they're even underage. It needs to be to the point where I don't care if you're freaking 12. If you dabble in this stuff, one, you know it's wrong. You gotta know it's wrong, right? So if you're involved in it, that's gonna be good. I like it. Homes for Hackers. I'm happy with the name. I think it's cute, right? It's cute in kind of like a grenade hidden in a pineapple way, right? Yeah. Like a grenade hidden in a pineapple. Oh, it's a piece of fruit. No, it's not. Right? I think it'll be awesome. It'll have so much potential. It'll definitely make the internet a lot safer place for people's children. So we don't have these freaking, probably clean up a lot of these scumbags we got, right? Especially in this child pornography bullshit. Stuff like that. Definitely freaking wipe that off the map. That won't even be a thing anymore. Like, definitely shut that down. Yeah, man. Like, I'm excited for that. Get that off of there. Get these people that want to like hack people's freaking cameras and stuff and like turn their camera on remotely when they're not supposed to. Like lock down on that too. All those things. All right. Some of these people I think are going to end up going to prison for the rest of their life, depending on what the charges are. That's fine. I mean, I'm sure with the funding that we can put together, we can assist in housing these people, right? Definitely. Right? It'll get a lot of these internet vigilantes off of the internet that think they can control things with doing the shady things that they're doing. Right? I like it. I think it's good. Very happy with it. Definitely, 100%. See, you can take nothing and turn it into something. It just takes a little bit of thought process, right? I can take something I completely don't even give two craps about and turn it into something that has the potential to make a change. Even in the crappiest environment, right? The crappiest environment. I think it's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. Man, I'm gonna have to work on, like... How do I do that? I definitely, like, I know a guy who knows a guy. No, I'm kidding. No, actually, I know a lot of people in a lot of different niche things, right? Otherwise, how would I know what I know? I don't have to do it. I just have to observe it, and I learn from it. Right? You pretend like nothing happens, let it happen in front of you, and watch what they do with it. And then use it against them. Whew, man. Oh man, I can be so... I can't say much more. Don't want to give too much away, right? It's alright. I only gave away what I wanted to give away. Take that into consideration. I'll be right back. I'm so excited! It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. I can definitely make that happen, right? Definitely. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had to deal with that crap. Why is my face cam gone? I don't know. I turned it off for a little bit. Just kind of running around. Alright, what's up? Do you love staring at my beautiful face so much? Squirrel! I just turn it off for a little bit. Sometimes I just like to horse around. So what do you think, Resting Splash? What do you think about that? I mean, there's obviously going to be stringent guidelines to that. Right? Even becoming part of that community, which I won't divulge on here. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it'd be great. Can leave a lasting impression, right? Oh yeah, lasting impression. Man, it's gonna piss some people off. But, who knows? I think it'll be awesome. I don't care. I ain't scared. Come here, you frickin' giant buffalo-sized pork chop. Yeah. definitely. That's a lot of things to put together. So what's this game about? This game here, basically, you start out with this guy. It's better if you watch the movie in the beginning of it. But you start out with like this blonde-haired short dude who seems to be almost shorter than most of the women on here. This guy right here. And he basically is kind of separated from his sister, but I don't really know why. I think that just allows you to either pick a male or female starter character. I just picked the dude because I'm a dude, but quite honestly, I prefer to play with this group of people because I don't like staring at dudes' backsides. Staring at a woman's backside's a lot better. And it's basically, in a nutshell, the reasons why society is the way it is, right? It's a really wholesome game. Does it have underlying tones that can be kind of weirdly sexual in nature? I think so. Yes, definitely. I think most of the time you can't sell anything without it being somewhat in that aspect, especially with dudes being most of Twitch, right? Being that 80% of the Twitch community is dudes and 20% is female. I feel like most gamers are dudes. There are a surprising number of women that play video games also, but there's 9 pillars you have to unlock. They're kind of located over here. It takes a while to get to them. We can probably jump over there and read it because I don't remember what it said, but that's kind of the whole theme on it, right? It's kind of like a bettering the world game, right? The reason why we're in turmoil and stuff, and the stupid fighting and the prejudice and all the nasty things that basically makes the world a terrible place, in a sense. So it's kind of fun, but the weapons are neat. A lot of artistic stuff in this game, like some of the details of the swords and stuff. So the pillars are on this side, and you go around and you gather items to unlock these pillars. And once you unlock these pillars, you then open this door down here on the bottom that allows you to fight another set of bosses. I like how it gets dark here, right? It gets dark and gloomy, but I like this kind of lighting. It's kind of like this lighting here gives you that look of like the yellowness you get right before a rainbow comes out, right? Always it turns an amber color like this, at least where I live, before you see a rainbow. Which just kind of lets you know it's not all that bad, right? But yeah, you basically open this door here that's sealed, and it takes a while. You definitely have to be a certain level to get through this. I would say I had to get closer to 40s to be able to achieve it. Maybe someone's done it at a lower level, but it's taken me that long. I don't even know if you can redo it. I think it's all cleared out now. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it also has a really large storyline in it. Just like any anime things, I think I really enjoy it because there are always underlying morals when you watch anime, right? Like underlying political things, concerns, things like that. And this has that. It's basically a way for them to open their mouth without technically opening their mouth, right? Kind of like, what was that? Attack on Titan? Right? Did you watch that? Are you the one that likes that enjoys watching anime, or no? Is that someone else? BRB again. Oh, okay. But essentially, in a nutshell, that's what it is. I would say probably most people that are wholesome people probably don't play this game, right? They probably don't. I would say they probably generally would play a certain game, which I'm not going to say the name of, just because some people like to hold grudges. But I think if you're an intellectual individual, you can figure it out yourself, right? Not saying that I wouldn't enjoy playing said game, but I would say wholesome good things like this. This is a game, yeah, I guess it does have like some sexual innuendos and things like that that are kind of weird, but I don't honestly see a whole lot wrong with even letting my daughter play this game. It's a really fun game. And anything like this, kind of like with the whole Minecraft thing, right? Like, I let my kids play Minecraft at a really young age. And basically, as they grew up, when they seen me doing things, they would relate it to Minecraft because that's where they found it or saw it first. They'd be like, "Daddy, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm melting metal." And they're like, "Oh, like when you build a furnace in Minecraft and melt down iron to make..." Yeah, kind of like that, right? Makes it simple, makes it easy for them to learn about it, right? And puts it into a mindset that they can understand. Doesn't mean that they can go out and do it, but they have an understanding on it, right? They have an understanding. But I would much rather my kids spend time playing a game like this than playing a shoot 'em up game, right? They do enjoy the satisfaction of playing against other people, right? Competitiveness. I think everyone has a competitive side at some point, but this is more of a kind of like a therapy session, right? If you want it to be. I think any game can be whatever you want it to be. Some people like it. No. Some people call it weeby or whatever you want to stupid name it. Like, I don't really care. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch me play it. You can go somewhere else, right? Go watch your other freaking streamers. You don't have to stay here. No one said you had to stay here, right? If you don't enjoy it, you're more than welcome to leave. Just as fast as you showed up, you can leave just as quickly, right? It's one click away. That's all. One click. On, so I'm watching you. Oh yeah? Who do you have for favorite streamers? I think not saying you're not. I don't have to be. It doesn't matter. I'm not like that. I'm just wondering who else you enjoy. That's all. I quite honestly don't watch anyone else, so I don't even know what type I would say from ones that I have watched. In the past, briefly, I wasn't too happy with certain things, let's say. I would be a little upset if my children would stumble upon certain things, right? Just like the reason why I bumped this to an adult channel is sometimes I do cuss. So I don't want other people's kids listening to it. Do they still sneak over here from time to time? Yeah, somehow there's a loophole where they can 4 to 5 months. A lot of 23s. Yeah. Never heard of them. Everybody with these demon things, right? Amazing. And a 23. What is the significance of the 23? Why do people always use that number? That's another number a lot of people use, right? Does that have some significance somewhere? Yeah. No, never asked him about 23. Because in the past, I've seen people put in the number 23. Let's just say they weren't good people. Alright. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. Just saying the one I've experienced was not a good person. Not at all. Yeah. Do they show their faces or do they not show their faces? One of them does. Oh yeah. Just one. Just one does. It's kind of... Don't know. Don't think I can watch a streamer that doesn't show their face. It's kind of hard to trust them and see what they're actually doing, right? At least that's the way I feel. Nice thing is, when you can see their face, you can read their reactions. You know what they're hiding and what they're trying to do, right? Yeah, exactly. For the most part. It's pretty easy to tell somebody's a liar just by looking at their face. So I would say if they don't show their face, I don't trust them. And even some of the ones that do show their face doesn't mean I would trust them either. Who knows? That's going to take a while to set that up. I'm thinking That'd be cool, though. Alright. I would forewarn you slightly, right? On this community. I would say I wouldn't accept any messages from anyone else. Just because some people like to do shady shit. I wouldn't accept any messages from anybody if I were you. Any files, any pictures. Quite honestly, I wouldn't even let them in your Discord. Right? Some people really like to do some shady shit. Especially if you kind of found out what they've been getting into. Things they're not supposed to be getting into. Right? Things like that. Things of that nature. But such is the life. Such is the life of a coward. That's the way I look at it. Coward. That's it. There's no other word for it. Because most people have something. I don't know. I know I've talked to some medical individuals, and basically it's like some form of psychosis, right? Some kind of psychotic issue, like they need to be medicated or something. That's what I would hope to provide, right? Who knows? Maybe they're on cocaine or something, right? And it's just because that can induce psychotic nature, right? Happy one moment, pissed off the next, that kind of thing, right? Those people can't be trusted. Believe me, I've met a lot of people like that, and I can smell them thousands of miles away just by looking at their face. Right? Pretty easy, I would say. Can't hide that. You can't hide a drug addiction. It's impossible. Right? It's unfortunate too. It's unfortunate because some of these people probably at one point in time were decent people, and then they let something like that take root, and now they're honestly just fighting to get themselves back and probably will never get it back. Maybe beyond that point, they probably don't even stand for what they used to stand for. They allow that drug to take control, and they allow the people that sell them those drugs to take control, right? And it kind of has them locked down, right? It allows for them to be manipulated and persuaded however that individual sees fit. God forbid someone threaten them to expose themselves, right? That could be career destructive, don't you think? Don't you think that would be destructive? To the point where, let's say let's say you were a top-end guy, right? But you had this problem that you can't get fixed. And someone threatened to expose you, right? I think they'd go through anything to keep that from happening. They'd do anything to keep that from happening. I would say, just by chance, I've run across someone like that, right? That's part of the reason why I can't get anywhere, is because I've had someone sabotaging me for fear that I might actually divulge this individual, right? So what do? They slink in the shadows in the background under multiple names and keep slinging mud in my face. God forbid somebody that used to be, or thinks they were at one point, a champion, be proven that they're actually just a washed up drug addict. That would be soul crushing, I think, for anyone, right? But it's alright, because we'll get them a nice facility, right? And make sure that they have the required walls, roof over their head, and food. Because quite honestly, I don't forgive, right? And to take my generosity that I offered and then throw it back in my face and then try and smear my reputation that hasn't even started, I take that as an insult, right? That just pisses me off even more, and it makes me want to try harder. Doesn't make me want to hide. Not at all. I like a challenge. I love a challenge. Quite honestly, I'd love to be put in the same room with this guy and go head to head and see how that ends. I don't think he'd freaking last. I know he wouldn't last. Go ahead. I don't think you know the levels I can go to. Ain't many people like me. So yeah, that'd be really fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. Right? I'm sure I can get multiple channels jumping on that. Maybe we can figure out what's going on here in Twitch. In addition, with the changes they're going to be making on the 22nd of this month, which were kind of needed way before that, right? Don't know why that wasn't a thing. Guess it was just an oversight. I can read about it. Just get on. If you have an account here, I'm sure you've already gotten a message. Just go back through your notifications. You can read about it. It's pretty easy. If not, you could Google it. That way you're accurately reading it and I am not reinterpreting it to you and misinstructing you. Guidelines, changes, things like that, things of that nature, right? Is it going to fix the issue? No. It's a band-aid. It'll put a muzzle on the dog, let's say, right? But what I want to do is I want to put the dog down. And all the other dogs that have been running in that pack. That's my plan, right? That's what I'm going to do. Because quite honestly, I'm not a little dog like that. I won't be manipulated. I won't be forced into doing weird things. I'm a dog that runs by himself. I don't need a pack of people. Especially not a pack of crooked people. So it's gonna be changes. And I think it'd be great news too, right? To know that someone's done some positive things in this world that we're going through right now. See some true positivity, right? Definitely uplifting. Soul cleansing, basically. Soul cleansing, right? So instead of climbing the mountain, I'm just going to blow it up. And then take all the pieces and build me a nice little prison for these little guys. It'll be comfy, right? I still have some humanity left in me. It'll actually be funny. Like I said before, I think it's going to be funny to know that potentially a lot of children with decent souls and decent mindset can go to school to learn things, right? To take care of individuals like this. And knowing that, like, a kid fresh out of high school locks up some freaking hacker that's in his 50s or whatever, or however old this guy is. Maybe he's the same freaking age. I think it's going to be absolutely freaking hilarious. Like, it's a laughing matter at that point. It's kind of funny, right? It is absolutely hilarious. It's kind of like having a boss that's younger than you, right? Like being told what to do by a little kid. Oh, man. Because little kids are determined, right? Imagine that. Having a little pack of kids hunt down. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be shitty? Oh, my gosh. Imagine being that guy they're hunting down, right? Knowing somewhere there's a teenage kid with a target on your back. That's kind of demoralizing that individual, isn't it? Just a little bit, right? I think it is. I think it definitely make it hard to sleep at night. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It'll be a thing. It'll be a thing, or somebody will poke their head out of their hole. Maybe that'll happen too. Maybe not right away. I don't think he's that stupid. It's alright. I got a big shovel. Have a good night, man. Yeah. Get ready. get ready to lose it all. That's what's gonna happen. Bang! Maybe she's correct. Who am I searching for? Perhaps you've come here because of the legend. I don't know what legend you speak of. What is this legend thing? Popular among young people of Leeway. Sound of the scene of conch shell is true launch. Only the sound here. Ocean blue, but from the sea of souls. Somebody hears sounds from. Okay, well, mean that. Sorry. Experience would be a better teacher than I, wouldn't you say? But you listen to your ear when you're done. Got 3 something, right? Shakety shake, shake in your boots. It's gonna happen, nothing you can do. See, I prefer to not just cut down the tree. I prefer to start from the branches and work all the way back. Little bites, right? It's the little bites that piss you off. So what you gonna do, boys? You gonna unfollow and refollow in another name? No, you're not very crafty. Right. There's other systems in place that follow you every time. Your frickin' putts. You don't think somewhere in a database? You ever wonder that? You ever wonder if somewhere in a database, right? No matter what name you put in like that, they know where it's coming from and they're just waiting. You ever wonder that? They know what IP that comes from. Doesn't matter if you're VPNing or not. Someone's looking at it. VPN all you want, buddy. What a great day, right? It's a good day. I wonder if it's because it's a certain holiday, right? Of another individual that had a dream. Anyone take into consideration that? Yeah. It's gonna get harder before it gets easier. Always does. No one gets in my way. Grab the shells over here. These people were sleeping. Okay, potatoes. Oh, I can't see. He's got mud. Thanks for the dirt, dude. Thanks for the dirt. I'll plant these carrots in that dirt. See. Nobody knows the road I've traveled, do they? That's right. 2021's gonna be a good year. It's definitely time for some change. Way over that way, dude. And that was a weird freaking delay. Why did it glitch like that? It's like a momentary smack. How do I go about doing that? It's like a whole program, right? She just doesn't do much unless they're closer together, right? Let him stand up just to knock him back down again. See, who enjoys, like, finishing these off quickly? It's not satisfying at all. It's a lot more fun to take your time. Oh, how many of these can we group together? Pay attention, dude. Pay attention. This way. This way, fool. You guys. Hey, over here. Over here. We're having a party. Everybody's invited. Just like that. And then there'll be one.